Hi everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about juicing. The why and the how, and the why and the how again, and the why not. But first of all, I'm Hilde Larsen. I'm a health and mindset coach. I'm a detox specialist. I'm an author of 3 books. I'm a speaker, but most of all, I'm a life enthusiast. And yes, I have been juicing for the last, 11, 12 years. Probably, at least. So, what is it? How do I do it? How do I recommend you do it? And what juicers do I use? Now, you see, juicing, as it's been out there for a while, it started out bringing a lot of people to raw food, which was amazing. A lot of people were thinking or taught that the more they juiced, the more nutrition, the better. I remember when I started, it was like, okay, so you can drink this glass of green juice or you can eat this bag of produce. Which do you want? How can we get more nutrients in? And that's never what it's about. See? And that's the thing. That's what I want to talk to you about. It is not about what you are getting in per se. That is not the main reason for juicing. It's about what you're eliminating. It's about what your body is then able to get rid of. So let's look at it from a couple of different angles. To get healthy, which I hope and think is one of your greatest aspects of being interested in juicing. Of course, they taste amazing, but health is all, most of the time at the bottom of this. Now, when it comes to health, it's always about elimination for us humans, because we're so full of crap, we're so constipated, so stuffed that our lymphatic system doesn't move, our intestines are filled up with mucus, with parasites, with fungus, that we can't even absorb the nutrients in what we're eating. This is showing us that we are surviving on very little nutrients. So it's not really about the nutrients itself. It's about the elimination. When I move to juicing, when I move my clients to juicing, it is never because I feel they need more nutrients. It's because I know that their intestinal tract needs a rest, that I know that their eliminative organs need healing. We need to step away and into nature. And why not just go to water fasting, which will be how nature would do it? Well, that's the other reason that I want to talk to you about with the juicing. It's that when you're living in a body that most of us are living in today and that I lived in, sadly, we are so filled again with toxins that when you step away from eating a sad diet, and I wouldn't even go to juicing from that, I'll get back to that, but just to say, if you're trying to go on a water fast, even if you're eating a vegan diet or a fairly healthy diet with a lot of raw, it can be very harsh because the body will start cleansing at a very, very high pace. And that could be an overburden on the system. When you go to juicing, you're going gentler because you're giving yourself a lot of calories so the body's not completely resting. What's resting is your intestinal tract so that it can cleanse more properly and heal. Just imagine if you're having a floor that that you need to clean. Now, if someone's going to keep throwing a little bit of sand or dirt on that floor while you're cleaning, not only is it going to make your work harder, but you're most likely never going to get there, or you're never going to get there, except for maybe during the time when they stop until they start again. So, not putting anything in has those major benefits. And then, of course, you're putting in high water for hydration, high energetics for vibration of your whole body. And that can never be anything but beneficial. And some of the fruits, like the grapefruit, I'm a big advocate of the citruses. They are high lymph pullers. They're high astringents. So I'm not saying this isn't filled with properties that will benefit you, but I'm talking to the group that believes that that juicing has to do with getting more nutrition in the sense that we're talking about the A's, B's, C's, D's, minerals, and so on. And I don't believe that. It's more about the elimination. Now, when you're looking into juicing, there are many ways of doing that. The gentlest, easiest way, and a very fun way to do it, is to start to always do your morning meal as a juice. Breaking your fast with a juice, which is the best thing you can do for your body. With every toxin that your body has been trying to eliminate, going through its natural detoxification state while you sleep, amongst other things, aiding it to flush that out instead of bombarding it with more toxins. And in most countries today, actually, the breakfast is one of the least nutritious and healthy meals that we have. The egg and the bacon thing, the pancake with maple syrup thing, it's like, oh really? Can you imagine? Just from taking away that, you're stepping up. And if you don't see, you can do like me. If you're not into making this complicated, you can simply make yourself an orange juice. It will take you to lunch. From breakfast to lunch. Through to lunch. I mean, believe me. All the energy that you would ever need. So that's a great way to start, by just incorporating more juices into your life. Now, if you want to embark on a longer juice feast, then there are a couple of things to remember. I'm hosting a 2-week juice detox in my membership group coming up, which is amazing. I've made, I think it's 10 or 12 new juicing recipes that will blow your mind and body. And yes, just doing that will reset your whole metabolism and kick your own cleansing mechanism into a good start. But the thing is this, you need to go slow. If you're on a sad diet, you just can't jump right into a juice fast, or I wouldn't. Why? Because you could have so many toxins circulating your symptoms, your system, and if they're going to be released all at once, you can get into trouble. And I'm talking deep trouble, all depending. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not going to tell you that anyone can just jump into a longer juice feast. But what they can do is join someone like me, someone that's experienced, and let them guide you, because I transition you there. So if you don't know where to start, I'll tell you where to start. If you're sick and you don't even know if you could do it, we'll do a consultation and I tell you that. So don't ever be scared of juicing. But if you want to start slow, just do a juice in the morning and then build up to this. And then look for the cleanse when you're ready. We're going to start very soon, so I would get on it. But I want to tell you about a couple of juicers that it's important that you have a juicer. Well, if you can't get a juicer, you can always use a blender and then strain it. But then you really have to strain. The whole idea here is to have no pulp. Yes, the fiber is good. People ask me, what about the fiber? Isn't it better? It's not better, it's different. It's a different thing. But when you're juicing, no fiber, because that's the whole thing that we want to bypass. Your digestive tract. We want it to rest. Okay, so this is a regular centrifugal juicer, which I ended up juicing more and more with, except for my citrus little thing, which is almost all I use personally because I'm an OJ girl. But you can have a slow juicer, also called a masticating juicer, which will squeeze the juices. So it will leave you less pulp. It will get more out of your produce or your fruits. It takes a little longer to wash or clean. It doesn't take a couple of things like kiwis, it doesn't like to juice that. It's better for those doing a lot of greens, a lot of leafy greens, which I don't at all. I'm very high fruit, and my cleanse is also very high fruit. I have celeries and I have the non-sweet fruits in there, but you won't see me juicing kale or anything of that harsh stuff because I don't really think that we're made to digest that. So this is a regular centrifugal juicer. It's really convenient. You can put a whole apple in here, squeeze it down, comes right out. I think it's pretty easy to clean. I think it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts that you need to clean. Then of course you have the regular citrus little press. I'm going to show you this. 29 bucks, I think it is. You just cut your citrus in half on top, squeeze, bzz, it goes around. Very easy. One little thing on top to clean. Use it every day. And yeah, you can put your citruses in here. Peel, put them in. It's gonna take the white and everything with, and I would strain it then because it's gonna leave some pulp in there. Now for when you squeeze the oranges, it just becomes pure juice, and that's what I want. So that's my, typical on the machinery. Now, what to juice? You can juice almost anything. Like I said, I make amazing recipes just because I put together, like I have juices for the endocrine system, I have juices for the lymph system, I have juices that's best for the digestion. So depending, so we're kind of taking everything. I have juices for the liver, I have juices for the brain that's going to clear your mind, and just putting them together is a lot of fun. And drinking them through 2 whole weeks, it's like opening your third eye to nature. It's like, wow, And you'll notice how much crap is in there when you're juicing that you didn't even know. Most people think that they eat and in a couple of days, whatever was in there is out. Not so, people, not so. I've had people have stuff come out for days and days and days and days after they stopped eating. So it's amazing what your body will start eliminating when you let it. So don't forget that. Now, when it comes to calories, and when it comes to hunger, and when it comes to when you can do that, when you can juice, you can always juice. It's not about the calories. You're going to get your calories. There's not going to be less calories in juicing than eating. It's only lacking the fiber. And that's not where the nutritional caloric intake will be anyway, right? So it's not about lack. It's not about walking hungry. But if you're feeding a lot of parasites with your diet today, you're going to feel something that might feel like hunger. It is not you being hungry, it's the critters and the fungus not getting what they need and what they want to survive. So you can be tricked into going back to whatever you were doing just because you're thinking you're not getting what you need. Or you can actually think that your body is telling you what it needs and that it's steering you towards the bagel, that it might have something that you need in there. Never going to happen. I don't even believe it's going to steer you towards cooked anything or rice because you needed anything in there. Because going on a 2-week juice feast or a month for that matter is not going to deplete you of anything ever. It's not even possible. Quite the contrary. So this is a trick and this is the mind, but that's why I'm a mind coach because that's where the gold is, my friends, because doing is easy. You just get your juice, you cut your fruits and vegetables, you juice it and you eat and you drink it and you're good to go. But the thing is, you really need to do it to reap the benefits. So, how long can you store juice? That's another one. I remember when we said 3 hours tops, in the fridge with a lid, and it needs to be glass. Fresh is always better, and that's still true. Although I do see that if you juice everything in the morning and you keep it in the fridge and you have a tight lid on it, it's going to keep for the whole day. I see even people juice for a couple of days at a time. So I would say the juice that you're actually going to make is going to be the best juice for you. Same thing with the juicer. Which is the best juicer? Well, the juicer that you're actually going to use. The juicer that you're going to keep in your cupboard that you're never going to take out, it's not going to be the best one for you. Okay, so that's, and if you're not going to juice in the morning just because you don't have time and you're not willing to take time or you're not prioritizing, because that's what it's all about, then of course it's better to do it in, the night before and make everything ready and prep everything so that you can just pull it and then you have one less reason not to step up and do this. And remember, every time you have a reason why you can't do something that you feel is very beneficial for your health, there's always something else behind that. So look into it. It's a trick. It's not true. There's never a reason good enough. And I'm not saying that you all of a sudden will have money to go to Bali when you didn't. You know what I'm talking about, right? The reasons why you can't do better. The reasons why you can't eat more fruit. The reasons why you can't do a juicing feast. That's bullshit. There is no reason. You'll always be able to do it when you decide. And you are worthy. And I feel that you're going to reap a lot of benefits just from doing a couple of weeks of juicing. Okay, so the simplicity is the key. We're going towards regeneration, and to do that, we need to go first through elimination before we can even get to absorption. Okay? Utilization. We need to go through elimination because that's our digestive system. And if we can't digest correctly, we're not going to get any of the benefits of anything that we put into our body. So that's where it starts. Now the second is easy. You get one type of juicer and you go with what you have. You can juice anything. There are a couple of guidelines. So go to my website or contact me, a couple of guidelines that I would go by. Like I wouldn't put watermelon in with, everything, but you could put it in with lime, lemon, some mint. But you can obviously explore. You can obviously make your own recipes. You don't need a program to do juicing. That's silly. That's only if you want community and if you want guidance. But you can do it by yourself by starting every single day. So please leave me comments below if there's anything that you want me to answer you that has to do with juicing. And don't get to the it's not natural to juice. No, it isn't. And it's not natural to be so sick and tired of being sick and tired that people don't even know how to live in joy anymore. That's not natural. What we're doing is we're stepping out of it, we're stepping away, and we're doing what we know to be able to speed that process of elimination so that people like you guys can feel better, quicker, easier by using everything that we know that works. And yes, I'm a mono fruit eater. Yes, I am Hilde Larsen, the berry and fruit eater, OJ lover, but I'm also Hilde Larsen, the health and mindset coach that worked with people that are willing to step up and heal their health and lives from degenerative diseases. And that's when we need to step up and use all of our tools. Agree? Yeah. Why? Because we want success. We want health, and we're seeing it. So, happy juicing. Thank you for watching. Leave comments below, and we'll talk more soon. Namaste.